Welcome back, everyone, to the Post Esports Masters Week 2, Day 2. We have completed Game 1. Vase Esports taking a very confident victory against the side of Redline. So now we're going to be heading on into Game 2, Thana. Snooze Esports against HitmonLi. These are two teams that are tied in the standings with 1 win and 3 losses apiece.
Yeah, and it's definitely an interesting matchup because I think when the PEM started, we all would have said, yeah, Snooze will just stomp them, and there's no way Snooze will not be first place or second place, and HitmonLi probably last place. But like with all those match days right now, and with like the last couple of match days, especially HitmonLi against Wolfham, they look decent. I mean, yeah, they lost, but they look still decent. And just if you think about it, Redline have bet Snooze, but also HitmonLi have bet Redline. Could that mean that HitmonLi is better than Snooze? We don't know, but we probably see it in a couple of seconds, minutes, however, when we jump into the game, right?
You know what they say, I beat you, you beat him, therefore I'm better than you. But in sports, it doesn't always work that way. And this was, a game that if we looked at from before this season started, we would have thought, Snooze are going to be at the top of the standings, HitmonLi towards the bottom, should be an easy win for Snooze. But as things are, at the very least, I'm sitting on the other side of this. I think HitmonLi may be looking a bit better than Snooze. Their 3 losses have been against the 3 best teams in the standings. Vase and Stable on week 1. Then they lost to Royal Family on Tuesday, a couple of days ago. No one can really fault them for that. Is this a team that I personally think are ramping up and getting better as this split progresses? And I think we're going to be seeing HitmonLi eking their way into the top 4 of the standing.
Yeah, and there's like this little counter-invade scenario, so I don't really want to talk too much about the draft. We see that they have no clue that there is a fresh maybe in the brush. So but both sides don't know that there's someone. So maybe nothing will happen. Who knows? Someone will probably face check soon or later. I just want to say we had Pizza Hawaii actually getting first picked on blue side. With Yon as not a classic counter, but at least a good pick against Hawaii, probably. With Brand Jungle again. I mean, we saw plenty of Brand Jungle actually in the PEM now. And after that, Kindred with Braum actually into Fresh as kind of like a good pick, and Braum, I guess. And then the Philios got locked as a 4th pick on red side into Casante Samira, which is a really interesting pick in my opinion. And then last pick, Mordekaiser as a counter pick on top lane from Yorick Owen. We saw him in the interview, by the way, and Blythe G as well. So interesting to see them now performing after the interview.
Yeah, and I'm very excited to see these comps playing out. There's a few champions that I've not seen in competitive in a hot minute. I feel like the Braum is one of them being paired with the Samira, and usually I'd expect to see kind of more engaged hard CC champions, the likes of the Nautilus or Leona being paired with Samira, just because you get a few extra stacks on Samira's passive. This Kindred as well, and I think the Mordekaiser is a really nice way of being able to pull the Kindred out of a fight to stop that Lamb's Respite from coming through and keeping some of the lower health members of Snooze Esports alive.
Yeah, I think that the Braum is kind of good against the Yone here later on team fights. Every time it ults, you can just try to shield it to lessen the damage. And then, of course, when he is in your whole team, you just need 1 Braum stack, everybody auto-attacks him, you maybe just kill Yone instantly. So I think it was a good rotation. And then, of course, we saw Brand and Yone, so big wombo combo, so just picking Kindred to stop that is pretty much a good idea.
Well, Kinetic straight on over to the top lane, and for the 2nd game in a row, we are seeing our first gank towards the top side. There is nothing that Yorick Owens can do as JJS and Snooze Esports playing first blood.
Yeah, and this top lane is kind of really a mismatch. Yorick Owens, I would say, not one of the best top laners we have in the PEM Division 1, and JJS, maybe together with Axel, the 2 best top laners we ever had. So this JJS guy is really, really strong, and now we have a little gank.
HitmonLi want to gank up their own. Brilliant Seer to get the CC onto Hue. Flashes, but dies nonetheless. It's a kill back for HitmonLi, and it's a flashless mid laner for Snooze.
Yeah, well played by HitmonLi, especially this counter gang. No, not counter gang, but the cross map play. Kindred ganks top lane, then I gank mid lane, which worked out for them.
Well, Rakusi diving on in. Everyone is low, but Lubu is making his way down, and I think HitmonLi have been locked down by the Graviton from Sudoku, and Rakusi forced to flash away. HitmonLi make it 2 in 4 minutes.
And this time Rakusi does not get an early game kill. Normally he played the Vayne and the Twitch and always got early kills. This time, the Samira and his laner gets ganked.
Oh, Rakusi's being flayed, locked in by the Graviton. There's the Pillar of Flame and another death sentence. Sentences Rakusi to death, and it's a second kill for Lubu.
Well played by HitmonLi. They look so good right now in this early game. Lubu definitely with some great plays on this branch line. Still 100% kill participation on him. So he does everything correctly on this brand right now. Falls off a little bit in the CLTS department, but I mean he has 2 kills and an assist, right? So he should actually have more gold than Kinetic right now. So well played at the moment, both with a big power spike now in their hands, the first real component of those items. So they have plenty of damage, and of course with minute 5, Drake got spawned and Void Crabs got spawned. So now both teams need to decide which of those objectives they want to play or they want to secure with the prio they have.
It's a big advantage for JJS at the moment in the top lane on the Kasante. And I do want to go back, and again, I'm not doing this to flame, but I'm thinking back to that game between HitmonLi and Royal Family in the early stages. It was relatively close across the map. The one weakness, though, for the side of HitmonLi was the top lane. And here, Yorick Owens is again being caught out by JJS, who makes it 2-0 on the Kasante in the top lane, now with a 20 CS lead as well.
Yeah, and that was so well played by him. Just securing the level 6 power spike and instantly going in for the kill. And Yorick Owens in the end just not being ready for this all-in. Kasante just doing Kasante things, I guess, just getting in there. It's an easy thing for JJS, who played a lot of those tank matchups at the moment on top lane. I mean, he played a lot of Ornn and then the Sec 2 times, and yeah, now even Kasante. So I think JJS kind of is on the weak side, but I mean, he just gets his solo bolo. So is he really weak side if he just kills them in the 1v1? I don't know. He just gets his lead by his own.
Well, Lubu now picking up the Void Grubs, and this is a potential play for Snooze, but hey, there's a nice little lantern to take Sudoku out to safety, while HitmonLi and Lubu claim the Grubs.
Yeah, and now with that, both sides get kind of a little object at least. So HitmonLi punching back after losing Drake, now getting some more turret damage. Of course, Void Grubs usually are just kind of like a little win more thing, or you cannot use it if you are behind because you're never hitting turrets. But if you are in those situations where you can maybe rush down a turret, it helps a lot, especially for champions who don't really like to push turrets. But that's not a problem with Fiat, with Fion, with a real ADC, and with Mordekaiser, so they will just take down those turrets in no time with 3 Void Grubs already.
Yep, a few extra might help chip away at the towers, and this is a catch on to Ratayu, and another kill for HitmonLi, and another gank from Lubu.
Yeah, LifeMG with a good job right now. Oh, Samira.
Rakusi all by themselves, trying to find the safety of Yatun. Kinetic making their way over, Sudoku flashing forward, can't get the kill, and here is Kinetic in from behind, but Sudoku able to get out to safety. Is there going to be a death sentence? The flame not quite under tower. Sudoku trying to turn this around, but already Ognum has fallen, and Sudoku is now by himself under his tower.
Yeah, no, he needs some help because maybe he gets both with the Kindred ultimate. They could at least try it. That's why we see on the minimap that he already tries to back off, and now even some pings going on to him. He at least loses one plate here, one solo plate onto Kindred. Pretty good for her to just get the snowball running. Kindred is one of those champs who really can snowball out of control with some early marks, with some early kills. Just because after 4 4 stacks, of course. She has more range and stuff, so she's really, really strong if she can try to snowball. And then, of course, she's a hyper carry with tons of attack speed, tons of range. So actually good for him to get this early plate. And now with the Kraken Slayer already, he has the first complete item.
Okay, Rakusi just 1v2ing here, gets the kill onto Sudoku.
Whoa.
How did Rakusi just pull off a 1v2?
Yeah, probably Sudoku wasn't base already, so he was just really low from this kinda tower dive, and then Rakusi just saw his chance to get in, and well played by him. Just getting the combo alone feels always cool to hit both with Q, to hit both with W, to get those stacks for the ultimate, for the stylish. I don't know how the ultimate is called, but I always remember Devil May Cry with stylish, so that's what I think when I see some hero, right? And yeah, it worked out for Rakusi, and now he's back in the game, back in his carry performances. Oh.
Well, Raitayu sidestepping the ultimate very nicely, and here comes the damage, here comes the CC, the Spiraling Despair will land onto BlytheMalG, and it's another kill for Snooze Esports. Over the wall is Kinetic. Lubu cannot turn it around, and the damage from the Molten Fissure is, oh sorry, the Severing Bolt, pardon me, is absolutely destructive.
Yeah, and that's a really good early game by Snooze at the moment. 2k gold after 10 minutes. That's definitely some big numbers already. I mean, we have 30 CS lead in the top lane already. In the counter matchup, I mean, that's something you need to get back in mind. I mean, Cassandra got blind picked, and then Yorick Owen just picked his probably best option against him and still loses the lane. So well played by JJS at the moment, just getting those small CS advantages, getting this one solo bowler. Of course, he got some help in the early game with the big kinetic gank, but still well played at the moment by the whole squad, actually, by Snooze to kind of get back into the game and to start winning it actually.
Well, we're nearly 11 minutes into this game now, Fana, and it is practically a 3k goal lead for Snooze Esports. They're going to be picking up their own set of Void Grubs, as Kinetic has pretty much killed the first one, and they've got priority in both the top and the mid lanes. We'll see whether Lubu can take this opportunity to either look for the Drake or look for a gank. He's going to go for the latter option, looking for the play. BlytheMalG does not have an ult available and is so incredibly low. Kinetic, or pardon me, Raitayu forced to flash over the wall as a very nice Lantern just pulls Sudoku out to safety once again in the bottom lane.
Oh, well played. That's whoa!
Oh, Yatun getting caught out here, but is there enough damage here from Rakusi? Diving on in, a good death sentence, but it's not enough. Instantly cleansed away. Sudoku's going to pull one back. Yatun is low, and Sudoku is absolutely popped by Kinetic. On the Kindred, 2 for 1. Lubu is low. Kinetic is probably going to look for the play. Has the Lance Respite. That's a lot of damage. Tower shot. And the Lance Respite will keep him alive. But the burn is ticking. There's a teleport coming through. BlytheMalG wants to play. Flashing forward. Gets one. Can he find the second? Has been feared. Will get locked down. Forced to return to his soul unbound. Meanwhile, Yorick Owens in the top lane just pulling JJS into the Death Realm. JJS, though, able to get out. And all the while, HitmonLi will be starting up their second, or actually their first streak of the game.
And just look at the item difference. I mean, he almost solo bowled JJS without any item against the full build item. I mean, it's crazy by Yorick Owen. Just to still almost winning it. Was really good.
Oh, BlytheMalG getting caught by the fear, forced to flash, forced to sidestep the Severing Bolt, and maybe Raitayu can catch him. The fear won't land.
Yeah, he still is in danger. Oh, okay, no, he got out. So, and I mean, I think he even got the shutdown on the Kindred, right? But oh no, the next botline fight.
Yatun caught by the Seer, forced to run, but now Rakusi is the focus. Seer this time doesn't land. Rakusi flashes away and out to safety.
So bloody this game already. But HitmonLi is fighting on all fronts, on all lanes. They definitely try their best. Oh no, Kinetic maybe tower dives it.
No Lance Respite available. Can Yorick Owens outplay this? That's a lot of damage onto Kinetic. 1 for 1 in the top lane, and Yorick Owens will take that.
Yeah, definitely was well played by him, almost surviving it. But then the last auto attack was enough. Oh no, there's the trap. But they kinda know about it.
Ogna Kaboom, is he baiting this? Oh, he's gonna get caught after the back comes through.
Yeah.
No way! No way the Q misses from Yotun, and Ogna Oknoom is so darn lucky.
Yeah, I think maybe they saw them running into the brush, and then he just always expected a Q someday. So, but that was just quick reflexes there in the end to sidestep the Q. I think otherwise he would have probably died there. But with that, I mean, he created kind of for this last plate. I mean, we see it minute 14, so no more platings. And I think it was a good decision by him just to take it down before it just drops off, right? So, well played. And I mean, in the end, we can just see it from the goal. Kind of all lanes are behind, except HitmonLi, the guy from the interview, or from the video. He gets a small lead at least in the mid lane. And I think that's all part of his 3 kills, of course, and then the shutdown on Kinetic, I believe, after his teleport bot lane. I think with 3 and 1, Kinetic had a shutdown, but I don't know. Anyway, just a small lead by HitmonLi in the mid lane.
HitmonLi has been a really consistent performance for HitmonLi over the course of this first round robin. And Lubu, absolutely fantastic in the early stages of the game. So many ganks, generating so many leads for the side of HitmonLi. Sadly for them, they've kind of squandered those leads in the subsequent minutes. But for me, Lubu has played absolutely fantastically this game.
Yeah, definitely on this brand jungle. Kind of reminding me of Willa and LCK actually, who first played this brand jungle in the new season. I casted this. It was a wonderful performance by Willa. And Lubu definitely in big shoes there, but doing a good performance at the moment with 2, 1, and 4. And with this ward, whoa!
Tayu forced to flash. Tower damage is coming through. HitmonLi will be able to survive. Glacial Fissure gets a 2-man knockup. Sadoki, can he get out of this? Drop down is the box, and Ogna Oknoom will fall. Sacrifices his life to keep his ADC alive. And Sadoki, what are you doing? Just walking into the Kindred. And Snooze say thank you very much.
He might have saw a kill there, I don't know. But in the end, he just died.
What he saw there.
Maybe there are sometimes opportunities. I mean, he still has ultimate, and there are those plays where they even like flash in just to ult, just to get a kill, right? Or top lane.
True.
Maybe it's all bolo time.
Well, it's 1 item to 1 item. JJS has a slight advantage and does not care about his health disadvantage. However, here comes Lubu. He knows where he is. Can he land the Seer? Well, he's going to cancel the back. JJS now on the run, but Lubu going to prevent JJS from retreating.
He has a big shutdown. It's worth to kill him.
Stopping this wave from crashing under the tower. JJS playing this very well. Yorick Owens might actually die here. He does indeed. It's a 1-for-1. Fantastically played by JJS.
They're getting everything out. Just trying to keep the wave out of the turret that Lubu cannot tower dive him. Wonderfully played. And then, of course, this little 1v1 in the end with recovering. Just an insane player, JJS. Of course, we saw with Pertinex Esports in the 2nd division. He is LOL, so he is definitely a player on a different level, and that's what we see from him here in this game as well.
Fantastically played by the Snooze top laner. Here come HitmonLi though, trying to catch out Kinetic. The fear that comes through is enough to dissuade HitmonLi from aggressing any further. At the moment, Snooze Esports 13 kills to 8, and they have themselves, well, pretty much a 6,000 gold lead. Another Drake has spawned, and it will be the Ocean Drake. Currently, both teams on 1 Drake apiece.
Yeah, and now even the objective bounties are up, so HitmonLi definitely is behind. Like we see it, 5k gold, almost 6k soon, so I think it's fair to say that they are behind and they need to find a way back. But I mean, with HitmonLi, with Lubu, they have kinda fat carries on their own, so maybe with a good team fight, with a good combo combo, there are chances to get back. Who knows? Maybe at a Baron play, maybe there could be options.
Here comes Yorick Owens trying to get the play onto Tayu. Fear comes in. Yorick Owens has already used the ult. Gets the kill. There's a teleport coming through as well. It's flank on a flank, on a flank. The box has been dropped. This should be absolute disaster for Snooze Esports, and it absolutely is. Here comes JJS. This might be a little bit too aggressive from the Snooze Esports top lane, and HitmonLi say thank you. We'll take 4 kills for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's almost an ace. I mean, yeah, they lose some mid lane pressure, they lose this turret, but in the end, 4 kills. They even collected, I think, maybe a shutdown. I think Yorick Owen got 450 gold for this kill. So that's kind of a little comeback. I mean, still 5k gold down, but with that, and I mean that's even a morale boost, right? You won a team fight, you got them, you got Snooze to lose the team fight, so and even to kill this unkillable Cassandra there, so it really looks good at the moment for HitmonLi. Not in terms of gold, but in terms of just presence and just being in the little tribal seat at least.
Yeah, weirdly, in terms of the goal difference, it's still exactly the same. It was about 5k before that fight. Somehow it still is, which doesn't make sense to me. So maybe just that tower and a few CS picked up by Kinetic, as well as the Drake was enough to even out whatever damage was done to them. But Kinetic, very strong 5 and 2. And for Snooze Esports in the late game, Kinetic is that win condition, and he has got those resources, he's got those kills, he's picking up those stats. And with that being said, actually, production, could we highlight Kinetic and see just how many stats he has picked up on the Kindred so far?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yes. There we go.
5 stacks actually. I think it's 5. If I can read correctly. So the bonus range is required, and now I think with every 3 stacks he gets a little bit more range as well, so kind of needs 2 more. But that's pretty scary Kindred actually. I mean 2.5 items, and I think the 3rd item with BF and the crit cloak is almost finished.
Oh, JJS coming from the site in Sadoki, get to the lantern, no he can't. Rakusi will take the kill, and now with no ADC available for HitmonLi, Snooze Esports might be able to secure themselves the Baron Nashor.
That could be happening. Oh, BlyfMG, maybe he needs to ult out.
He'll do exactly that. Well called, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, only option for him, but now they have no ultimate to punish them at Baron, and I think that's a pretty scary situation now, because with Lulu and with BlyfMG both at a pretty decent kill and death score, with both ultimates available, they could maybe win a fight, but without your own ultimate, it could be really dangerous. Oh, I mean, it's just 2Y, and just almost killed 2 people. The poke is insane.
The poke is absolutely disgusting. Yorick Owens is searching for a play. The fight has started, but the Baron has already been secured. Yorick Owens is going to surely get blown up here. Actually has the damage to get a kill onto Rakusi, 1-for-1. But Lubu will fall as well, and Snooze Esports want more. Ognat is low, lands the death sentence. What can BlyfMG do? The fate or the land's respite will keep Snooze Esports alive, flashing away. HitmonLi, everyone is getting low. Can Sadoki turn this fight around? No, he can't. Red and white are not enough, and Ognat will get sniped down by the Severing Bolt.
Yeah, he sadly slowed or stunned himself with this hook, so the Severing Bolt just killed him. That's a clean ace, and maybe even the game. I mean, they have Baron buff, and nobody is there to maybe defend the base. I mean, they have Brand, so now we see that Snooze actually goes base, but again, clean team fight by Snooze. Was a little bit overconfident by HitmonLi to really contest this Baron. Then there was a good 1-for-1 trade actually, Yorick Owen taking down the Samira, so it was kind of worth in the end, but after that it was just a downfall, and then it was kind of lucky that they almost won the fight. I mean, with the healing from Aphelios, and then even the Solaris came in for those shields, and it kind of looked good, and then JJS just pressed ultimate and demolished them, so it's really sad to see, because HitmonLi does so much well, and in the end it's just not enough for them.
Things are getting really dire now for HitmonLi. They are 10,000 gold behind. They've got to play against a Baron Nashor. Snooze Esports about to get their 3rd Drake of the game as well. How do you deal with Kinetic? And maybe even scarier than Kinetic, right now is Raichu on this way.
Yeah, he is big. I mean, he even has this shutdown on him. And we saw it in the start of this Baron fight. He just almost poked 2 people out just by himself. Even has his mage eyes now, so he is really confident. And for HitmonLi, they need a miracle. It's 10k gold behind, and now both Fat members trying to take down JJS, but maybe not possible.
And you're sending 2 members to the top lane. That means Snooze Esports can just go for a 4v3 in the bottom lane. Yoricohen's getting absolutely chunked down. Down goes the inhibitor tower. Down will go the inhibitor as well. HitmonLi's base is being left wide open, and BlytheMalG on the run, but will get sent back to the fountain as JJS picks up the solo kill.
Yeah, well played by him. At least Lubu is now in base to defend it with his wave clear, but yeah, just an easy kill there for JJS with his ultimate, with the ult out to secure BlytheMalG, who tried to ult out, but it wasn't enough to close the gap against Ghost. It's just never enough.
It is not enough, and HitmonLi just have not had enough gold. They've not got enough kills in this game. It looked like it started well, but Snooze Esports starting to show glimpses of what we saw in the qualification tournament, where they dominated their opposition, showing why they came into this tournament as their favourites, and HitmonLi have no answer right now to Snooze Esports. BlytheMalG looking for a play. Lance Respite will keep Kinetic alive, but HitmonLi are just being forced away. Yoricohen's is low, and Sadoki is pop. Rakusi pulled it back under the tower and will fall, but not before Rakusi gets another kill. Lubu is on the run, and the minion waves are crashing on into HitmonLi's base.
I need to defend it, I need to try their best, but there's no ultimates left, so Element, yeah, Snooze does not really try to take down those turrets. No, they try. There comes the teleport. I really want to finish it here now.
Well, here goes JJS looking for the play onto Yorico, and there's the damage. BlytheMalG trying to turn it around, but he just turns himself back to the death chamber. Lubu on the run. Down goes one Nexus tower, and surely there is no defense here from HitmonLi. Ognat will respawn. The snipe from the Molten Fissure is disgusting. Another kill, and Snooze Esports are just practically base camping HitmonLi at this point. 26 kills, make it 27. No, it'll stay at 26 kills, but Snooze Esports will be taking their 2nd win of the splits and putting themselves up to 4th place in the standings.
Well played by Snooze. That looked really clean, actually. I mean, here and there, some deaths, but in the end, still won it. And that's actually the performance we know from Snooze. And then they just lost 3 games in a row or something. So hopefully they can bounce back and maybe reach the offline final. So with that performance, definitely they will reach it. But if they drop some more games on the 2nd round robin, then it really looks hard to get there.
Yeah, and from the start we thought, okay, HitmonLi beat Red Lions and Red Lions beat Snooze. HitmonLi have the advantage, but we actually forgot. It was Snooze who beat Stable, and Stable beat HitmonLi. So that's the path that we went down. A fantastic performance from Snooze Esports, looking absolutely wonderful in that game, and maybe the start of them finding some momentum here in the post-esports Masters. Speaking of finding something, we're going to lose our momentum. Sad times. But we are going to go into break, and we will be back with our 3rd and final game of the evening as our season, or I should say split leaders, Royal Family, will be taking on Stable in our final game of the night. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a short bit.